Welcome to Mary channel in South Africa. Kuku Mary on the platform. Once more, we're talking about realities of life, and we will be sharing today about the elders of the family. We spoke about the couple, the children, the stepchildren included. Now we're talking about the elderly of the family. This is realities of life. We are not duck and diving about points here. We say it as it is. The aim is to advise one another. Now, talking about the elderly of the family, I want to take it from where it started, parenting, getting that love that you got from your parents, and also the bond that you have. And they took you to whatever colleges. Here you are today, you are working. This time you are still single. Start planning for your parents. Whether you being a male or a female, start planning for your parents as soon as you get a job. Because later in life, when they are not able to take care of themselves, you'll be responsible. So, coupled with whatever preparations that you had for this family, remember your parents. One day they'll be elderly, they won't be able to fend for themselves. You need to provide for them. Uh, I'm speaking, being very much on the side of knowing that Africans cannot do without one another. Families are bound together. They have got clans that they belong to. They share, and there is a lot of humanity that they practice in all the families. So, part of you being able to cater for humanity towards your parents is to start doing something about the preparations of their lives in future. Now, once you get married, you carry them over to the marriage. It's nothing new. You continue with it. Same applies to the man who marries you or the lady who marries you. Now you have got two pockets here. The one is from the wife's side, and the other one is from the husband's side. You put them together. You plan. How are we going to manage this? Because now we've got your mother and father, and I've got my mother and father. We've got to take care of them, and you plan accordingly. I'm not going to say do this and that, but at the end of the day, your plan should cover all of them. Remember the issue of death being inevitable, that one day we are going to die. What are you going to do with us? Now we put that aside. That is a plan that has been there throughout. Remember again that if your parents are working, especially during the times when you are not married, they will be able to take care of themselves and even assist you. That's what parents do. Even if you are working, your parents will still assist you. That's the African way of doing things. I don't know where it comes from, but that's who we are. We help the rest of the family, even if they have what it takes, but we really are part of the family and we believe in sharing. Now, when they are not able to do that for themselves, I know they might be having a little bit that they have saved, but that is theirs. Give them the chance of enjoying life, and enjoy the last few cents they have from their pension funds or provident funds, be it any one of them. Let them enjoy that and still take care of them. It's so nice to see your children providing you with things that they know you need so much. And if there is no more income altogether, maybe you are dependent on the government grant, which in South Africa, I don't want to say much about it because it's not even the tax that one has been paying when she was working. It's a drop in an ocean. It doesn't cover up the needs. But what can we say? Because coupled to what the government is giving to people to take care of, we still need to have other means because we can't cope with that amount. Now, prepare yourself in such a manner that your parents don't become a ridicule amongst others, because it is so sad to see an elderly person suffering whilst the children are still alive. If you are no more, it's something else. But if you are around, please don't forget. Don't forget to plan for the elderly people. Now, we're talking about the burial plans, we're talking about the daily life, the caring. The parent has to eat, has to wash, has to have a shelter, all those things, they will become your responsibility. But once you prepared on time, it is not much of a problem. Honor your mother and father so that your days can be numbered. Everybody wants to live long. Now, if you live long and then you have planned properly, you won't even struggle to take care of your parents. Now, the most important area which I want us to discuss today is the issue of when your parents are no more able to do anything for themselves. They are now elderly, they've grown up, they've aged, and here you are now having to go to work with your wife. The children are still going to school, and you find that as we grow old, we tend to have mental issues, the dementias, the Alzheimer's, and other things. Remember, those things will come. It's not everybody who experience them or who suffer them, but if should they come, you must have a plan as to how you're going to manage taking care of your parents at an elderly age where they cannot help themselves. Now, I want to say to people today, start planning for that thing of what if my mother is not able to do anything for herself? Because when it comes to dementia, you don't see anything. You become a child. You forget. You don't even remember to do some basics. So in that case, you are both working. You might first think of hiring a caregiver. A caregiver should be these experienced ones that we get from the agencies. The agencies will provide you with a caregiver to take care of your mom at home or your father at home if he or she is manageable at home. But once the doctors can say, no, this one is not safe to be at home, and you are actually observing that she or he's not safe, he's getting lost, he uses things, that can hurt him or her, and he's not even aware of that. These are candidates of going to a nursing home. The old age nursing home is where this kind of people belong, because you don't do that and they get hurt or they get lost, you will be responsible for that, and it's hurting that you might have done the best thing uh, in your life, except this last part of caring for the safety and the security of your parent. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I was uncomfortable. Thank you very much. Now, talking about the nursing home or the nursing old age home, there are quite a number in the surrounding which you can engage with before you even think of sending your parent there, just to inquire and have the information, know how much they need for admission, look at the facility as to how good it is, and so on. So that in your mind, should my parent have a problem where I have to take her or him to this facility, is it okay? Are we going to afford? Is it the best that we can offer to our parent? And so on and so on. That has to be done on time. And whilst preparing, you also, before the mother or the father becomes disorientated because of this dementia and others, sit down and talk about it. You see, sitting here, I already know that I'm a candidate of old age home. I'm saying it because I've realized that when I look on all sides, everybody's committed. People are going to school, some are going to work, and I don't have anybody who can stay with me. And I wouldn't want a caregiver if I feel I need admission in an old age home. Whilst I'm home, I'm okay, and let it be. If that to be home is the best, because you'll be having someone to care to. And when the family comes home, we meet as a culture that we believe in being one as a clan. Yes. So prepare that. Don't forget about it, because we see a lot of us when we meet at the elderly groups or organizations that we have. Hey, a lot of elders are suffering. They are really suffering. And then it's sad, because once you get your government grant and it's finished by the next day after you receive it, how are you going to cope the whole month? It's so difficult. It's, when you're at work, you don't know what's happening at home. Ask us. We are seeing it on daily basis, because we are having an organization that caters for the elderly, and we share ideas. We talk a lot about our experiences, and let me tell you, comes a time you don't even know what to advise, because this is a situation which the children were supposed to have prepared long time ago. So the advice of today is, plan for the elderly whilst there is still time. Because if God graces them with life and they have to live up to the age 90, 100 and what, you still have to be responsible for them, whether be it at home or at the old age nursing home. You need to do that. Remember, a lot of elders are actually on chronic medication. And come a time when they are admitted, they really need to continue with medication. And things are not as easy as all that, because we pay for everything. So don't forget to plan for such. It is very important. I can imagine how good it would be if we were doing things on time every time. Yeah. Hey, it would be so nice, because really we need to do something about our timing. Don't do things at the later stage. You can't take an elderly person and just take her today and put her in a nursing home without having discussed this before with her. I'm talking when she was still in her senses. We talk about them when we are still in our senses. Yes, when you still understand what is a home. You can even take your parent for a visit to see how other elders are coping there, while she's still younger than that. Experience is the best teacher. Once she knows, even if during dementia she might forget, but at least something will click one day, because with dementia, other people can remember other things. Others, a lot of time, they forget the now things and remember the old things. That is one other element which is good about dementia. You forget about what you were doing recently, but you remember the old things. So let's do it on time and help our elders. I'm going to close this video, not long, but before I do that, can you please, if you're watching our video for the first time, subscribe. Please subscribe, so that you can be able to continue bringing in more information and highlighting some of the things which have been deep. You couldn't reach, but we reveal them, and then we help each other. Subscribe and then give us a like, please, and also share with others. Please do that. We need that. Just ring that bell when you subscribe, so that you can at all times be the first ones, so that you can be the first one to receive our videos. Thank you very much. Stay blessed and goodbye.